This has to stop! How are you doing today, my comrades? I am your captain, Levi Peters, but you can just call me Dimitri. Nah, anyway, this is Demetrios Levi. And today, I'm not gonna show you how to style a certain piece of clothing. I'm not gonna show you how to color block. I'm not gonna inspire you with some awesome outfits. No, today, I'm gonna tell you or show you what not to do. And this thing that you should not do is a plague on the world. But more specifically, it's been a plague on social media and the internet itself in the form of pictures, specifically a social media platform
known to reside in Khotan,
known as Instagram. What is this problem, you might ask me? And I, in turn, would reply to you and say as such. It's super tight clothing. Super lit. Now you may rebuttal in turn of, oh, it's just popular these days, tight clothing. And you would be right. It is really popular. I mean, come on, women thought that skinny jeans weren't skinny or tight enough, so they just said, screw it. Let's just rip off our skirts and just wear the leggings and instead just rename them yoga pants. I mean, not really, but kind of. I mean, to be completely honest, tighter clothing looks way better on women than it does guys. But that's the problem I have here. This is happening to guys, and at such an extreme level. And I'm just gonna say up front that I have been extremely guilty of this myself. I mean, oh mama. Yeah, I could make a whole separate video on just that alone. But the real problem is that it's been taken to a whole new level on Instagram. A whole new level. I mean, I'm talking clothes so tight that you can see the outline of their leg hairs busting through those jeans. Yeah, that tight. And I'm not gonna explain it. You know what? I'll just have Filthy Frank explain to you.
This is not okay. This needs to stop now. This is cancer. This is so much cancer that I can feel the tumors growing on my back. And it's way down heavy on me, and it's not okay.
I mean, whoa, I think he nailed it right there. I mean, what world do people think, wow, that looks beautiful. Man, I really like how you stop the blood flow from your legs. And your blue skin really works well with that platinum hair. Woo. So we must ask ourselves, what is the whole reason for this? Why is it even happening? Why are guys doing this? Well, I think there's a few reasons, particularly three. But the first one is, it's just the world and how society and just nature in general goes. It goes from one extreme to the other. The fringe overtakes the center, so to speak. And in the 90s, we had overly baggy clothes. I mean, you remember, you should, it was huge. Everyone wear oversized everything. And then, of course, it reached its peak, and so it started to get smaller and smaller and smaller and tighter and tighter. And somewhere along the lines, we hit that gold spot. But no, it didn't stop there, and it got tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter until now we all look like sausages. It's now at the point where it's actually causing physical harm. I mean, I swear the sperm count must be lower on these guys. That's one reason. The other reason is, I'll tell you a story about it. So I have an Instagram story for you all. So on Instagram, if you're not familiar, a lot of times they'll have certain pages that will show other people's clothing or pictures. And I came across this one guy and it was very typical. I'm not going to say his Instagram name. I'm not gonna say that it's @uclement at Instagram. I'm not gonna say that. But he had a picture on one of these posts, right? And this picture of this guy was typical of him. He's really buff, but it's extremely tight. He had good clothing items and the colors he's on point with, and his style is great. The only thing that I have a problem with, and a lot of people have a problem with, is that it's ridiculously tight. And it looks very, I'm sorry, douchey, especially when you're super buff. And someone just commented, yeah, it's just, I think it's too tight. So he responds to this guy, and he says like, something along the lines of,
You, fatty.
oh, it's because I am muscular and you are not fit. It is just called slim fit. Like, sorry, you cannot pull it off, or something super rude like that, right? And I thought, oh, gee, that's pretty rude. So I reply to him and I say, hey, dude, I'm sorry to say that. That's not slim fit.
You're quite tight.
That's just called too tight because it's pulling everywhere. That's not slim fit. And I said that, hey, I used to wear super tight clothes, and I didn't realize until people finally told me that, you know, I looked like a sausage. So then this is what happens. I don't hear anything from him. He said something, actually, though. I think he started swearing at me.
All right, fuck you, fatso.
And then I found a few comments on my Instagram page, and this was back when I had like 500 followers. Very, very little page, right? Still is. And this is what I get from it. Oh shit, the pants, accompanied by 12 emojis. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then he, you know, leaves another comment. Shirt with flowers, laughing till I'm crying emoji times 4. And then with the shirt with flowers, I'm like, yeah, floral's my thing. LOL, smirk face emoji. So normally I like to kill people with kindness. So I agree with them. Yeah, they're crazy, aren't they? Laughing till I'm crying emoji. So then he writes again on the same picture. And that's how you can just tell the guy's super insecure. He's like, ew, it's crazy jerk. Seriously, man, doesn't give an advice on the fashion style, please, guy.
I don't understand a word you just said.
Must have used Google Translate for that, but that's fine. And so, in reply, and this is true, I responded, you know, thank you for your comment. I actually encourage criticism, so I thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to comment on a small page like mine. Comments really help Instagram's algorithm recognize my page. Thanks, buddy. So of course he got really mad at that because you kill him with kindness. So instead, he decides to private message me, and he messaged me and he says,
Take it back!
I fuck your mother, son of a bitch. If you come in France, thank you for saying it. I don't know what that last part meant, but I'm guessing it was more of a threat. And I just thought, oh, there, buddy. Take it easy. If you're going to say that and I come to France, you better be prepared to take that blue and that red off your flag, because I'm going to be coming at you with a 357 Freedom. America! Yeah! No, I'm kidding. In all seriousness, though. This is why I said one. My mother says no thanks, but hey, at least you tried. If I go to France, you can give me a tour and show me where the best croissants are at. After I wrote my reply to him, he blocked me, of course, because, you know, the guy apparently has no balls because they wouldn't fit in those tight pants.
Boom. Roasted.
So the great thing is about this is that Clement explained this to us all. He gave us the reason why guys dress like this in the first place. Or at least one of the reasons.
Don't chew with your mouth open.
And that's because they're super buff narcissists.
Write that down, write that down!
I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it flat out. That's what they are. They're a bunch of narcissists. It looks ridiculous, but they think, oh, it looks like I'm ripping out of my shirt because I'm so buff. But in reality, it's just, no, you're ripping out of your shirt because it's 2 sizes too small. I can do the same thing, okay? It'll look even worse, but it just looks really bad. But they think it looks fantastic because, oh, I'm buff. I can make it pull and it's so unprofessional. That's the thing. You're not stylish. And these are style pages. And if you're going to be talking about style, you have to know about fashion. You have to know about clothes. You have to know about style. You have to know about the most important thing, which is fit. And they're getting it wrong. And it really does show it's not about the outfit. It's about them. It's about their physique and how strong they are. It's not about the clothes. It's definitely not sartorial. If you look at these pages, a lot of these guys too have shirtless pictures. And they are obsessed about how they look. They're pretty much Zoolander.
Did you ever think that maybe there's more to life than being really, really, really ridiculously good looking?
I mean, you wouldn't think that guys as big as that would be acting like a 12-year-old girl, but here we are in the 21st century.
I don't want to be an adult right now.
And the third reason that everything is so tight, close these days, especially on Instagram, is because on social media, everything needs to be exaggerated and grab a bunch of attention. Pictures are not in real life at all. Things that normally stand out in real life get lost in all the detail that goes on in a picture. And that's why people are so obsessed with showing only the best and the most eye-catching pictures on social media platforms like Instagram. It's only one snapshot, one frame of a person's life. And now people have all the time in the world to do what was normally impossible. Look for every little detail and every flaw in less than a nanosecond of time. That's why clothes are super tight on Instagram. That's why clothes are uber colorful on Instagram. And that's why even food is super bold and big and wild looking on Instagram. Because the art is in the picture itself, not the subject. It's everything about the photo. And that's why a bright yellow outfit can look better in a picture, because the background's blue. You're not gonna have in real life a blue wall follow you around. It's not reality, but people don't take that into consideration. And it's easy to do that, to not take all this stuff into consideration, the whole photo. And the problem is that people see this, and they see all the likes and comments that these people are getting, the thousands of likes and the thousands of comments, even though a lot of them are fake or other accounts just commenting so that it can draw attention to their page. But really, people see all the positive feedback in the viral videos and the viral pictures and think that they can pull that off in real life as well, without realizing or learning the hard way that people are actually laughing at them because of how ridiculous they look.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready? Ready!
And like I said, this is an easy trap to fall into, and that I did. So I'm not calling anyone stupid for doing it. It's very easy to fall into this trap. And that's what social media can be if you don't use it right. It can be a total trap.
It's a trap!
It also makes guys a lot more sensitive because they get thousands of people say how great they look. And then when one person says, no, you look stupid, they freak out because they're not used to it. Get used to it.
Stop whining.
So the next time you're on Instagram, and if you're like me and you use it for inspiration, when you see a picture of an outfit that you like, take a step back and think, would I actually really look good wearing this in real life? Or will I stick out like a sore thumb and get attention in a not so positive way? Just think about it before you actually go and try that out. The same goes for anything, whether it be clothes, food, or even a joke you heard. And if you're like me and you fall into this trap, well, you know, you just learn from your mistakes. I'll probably do a whole other video on my past style mistakes, man. I could write a book about that. If you like this video, please just tap that like button for me. That would be fantastic. And subscribe if you haven't already. And also hit that bell notification icon so that you'll be notified the next time I drop a new video. And also share this with your friends and your family. Let this word spread about the Instagram issue. And share it maybe to someone that might be doing the same mistake. Maybe. But before I leave, comment down below what you think about this. Do you agree or do you disagree? And do you actually see this problem outside of Instagram? Or do you think it's just really the only time you see this ridiculously tight clothing is on Instagram by these so-called influencers? I want to know what you guys think, because as you all know, this is a group thing and we are in this together. That's right. All right. I'll see you guys next week. Ciao. You know what? Come to think about it, it doesn't look half that bad, actually. And I haven't been getting a lot of traffic on my Instagram lately. Hold on.